is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained, but if it does go down a serious route, there'll still be lots to enjoy.
So it's down to business here. Kolomuani. Bissouma. Kolomuani. Ruben Dias cuts out the pass. Haaland. Foden. Lewis. Rodri. Bernardo Silva. It's their first effort on goal.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Pedro Porro. Romero. Van de Ven. Nouri. Savinho. Nouri. Foden. Rodri. Foden. And it's Rodri. Foden. Tries a deft little ball. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. There will be a throw-in. Lewis. Rodri. Bernardo Silva. Bernardo shapes to shoot! Bissouma moved on forwards. Johnson. And it's Porro. Kolomuani. Kudus spreads it out wide. Oh, easy pickings there. Kudus is fouled. Pedro Porro. Very nicely done. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. João Palhinha. Kudus. And it's Udogi. Udogi. He is through here. He's heaved it away. Foden. Aim forwards. And here's Haaland. Shoots! And he has kept it out somehow.
Haaland clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Bernardo Silva plays it short. And they've got a throw. Johnson. João Palhinha. Udogi goes on a charge down the left. And it's Udogi. And here's Kudus. Kudus, there's the delivery. Cleared away. And play for a throw. Pedro Porro. Johnson. And he's there to get it away. Kudus. And here's Kolobuani. Out to the left it goes. Haaland. He is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows that.
João Palhinha. Oh, it's a great... Can he finish? Savinho. Stones. Guardiol gently down. Ikuri. Savinho. Ikuri. Looks to the other side. Lewis. Bernardo Silva. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be.
Bernardo Silva really needed to be much faster then, much more decisive.
Udogi. Bissouma. And it's Kudus. Proves too strong. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. João Palhinha. Danso. And he goes cross-field. Bernardo Silva. Ikuri. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Udogi. João Palhinha. Bissouma. Brennan Johnson. And here's Kolobuani.
Kolobuani really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Played towards the other side. Foden. Good work on the right flank here. Ball swung in. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Danso. João Palhinha. Pedro Porro. Romero. Van de Ven. Ikuri. Towards the other side.
Foden.
Succumbs to the pressure. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Romero is there, and he can get that clear. Colomboani. Van der Beek. Udogi. Danso. Udogi. Udogi. And it's Kudus. João Palhinha. Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro puts them all in. It's really well played. Doggy gets a cross in. Nuri. Savinho. Rodri. Nuri. Looks to the other side. Foden. Rodri. Applies the finish! Dealt with nicely by the defence. Nuri. Lewis. That is lovely. And here's Foden. That's very neat. Takes a shot! He's scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
That is simply top draw, beautifully served up, and deliciously finished.
Oh, wonderful, just wonderful. What technical dreams are made of. It was unstoppable.
So, a breakthrough already. Colomboani. Brennan Johnson. Bissouma. And it's lofted through here. Well, the less said about that pass, the better. Rodri. Foden. Bernardo Silva. Nuri. And it goes cross-field. Foden. And it's Bernardo Silva. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Kudus. João Palhinha. João Palhinha. Bernardo Silva. Lewis. Bernardo Silva. Nice physical challenge. Johnson. Kudus. Udogi. João Palhinha. Pedro Porro. Joao Palhinha. Udogi. Joao Palhinha. And it's Udogi. Udogi. Joao Palhinha. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, the lethargy in their play isn't a great look, and it was very evident on that occasion.
Foden. Ruben Dias. Savinho. Playing cross-field, changing the point of attack. Lewis. Foden. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Lewis. Bernardo Silva. Savinho. Shot a goal! Just off target.
Savinho usually is so good from that range. He didn't quite connect as he can, though.
Kudus. Udogi. Joao Palhinha. Kudus. Brennan Johnson. Ignoring.
Really looking to do something that's simple here, Peter, but it has to be effective.
How exactly can they do that?
Well, they're tucking their fullbacks into midfield to enable their more talented personnel to push forward.
Foden. Rodri. Back into the middle. Joao Palhinha. Udogi. And it's Kudus. He's shifting through the gears here. Kudus. Well, that is a good challenge from him. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Savinho. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. The most accurate pass. Lewis knocks it out wide, played into the middle. It's a mighty effort! Harmlessly behind. And it's played forward. Bissouma. Joao Palhinha. Brennan Johnson. Pedro Porro. Great defending, strong and determined. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Foden. Nouri looks to the other side. Foden. Vardiol. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. And it's Lewis. Nouri. Played back in. He is just caressing the ball. And here's Savinho. Van der Ven attempts a clearance. Kudus. Udogi. Foden, that's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Lewis. Foden. Rodri. Bernardo Silva. Muscular approach does pay off here. Pedro Porro. Brennan Johnson. Bissouma. Colomwani. Oh, the ball's come loose here. And it goes cross-field. Foden. Foden making good progress on the right-hand side. And he's there to clear it. Ball's gone out of play. And it's Rodri. Kudus. Danso forwards and with intent. Pedro Porro. Bissouma. Udogi. Colomwani. And here's Johnson. Bissouma. Udogi. Nice control. That's really well manoeuvred. Aimed in towards the centre. Cleared away. And he thumps it clear. And that's been won straight back. Pedro Porro. Johnson. Out towards the flank. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. There are a few waiting for it. There's no getting past him. It's really well defended. Kudus proves just a little bit too strong. Played out wide. Pedro Porro. Oh, smashing header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Rodri. Ruben Dias shifted upfield. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Rodri gently done. Haaland! terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Udogi. Danso. Bissouma. Kudus. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Foden.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Nori. Johnson. Udogi. Oh, they've seen lots of the ball. Time to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. Udogi. Danso. Bissouma. That's really well manoeuvred. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Foden. Aim forwards. And here's Haaland. Haaland! It's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way, way too good, Dieter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And here's Colomwani. Lewis. Foden. Bernardo Silva. Savinho. Oh, nice touch. Rodri played out to the left flank. Bernardo Silva. Spread out to the left. Now then, the ball's come loose. Lewis. Rodri. Bernardo Silva. Lewis. Nori. Bernardo Silva. Takes the shot! And they win it back again. Looking for a decent ball in. Played in deep. Brilliantly cut out. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. And here's Haaland. Real chance! Kudus can get it clear. Foden, back when it goes. Nuri. And here's Savinho. Oh, sweet feet. Can he deliver? Van der Ven tries to clear. That's tidy. Savinho. Lewis. Foden. Showing good feet. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Lewis. Rodri. Oh, that's neat. Bernardo Silva. And here's Haaland. Haaland! Another big chance that gets away.
They're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Played towards the other side. Pedro Porro. Bissouma. Pedro Porro. Bissouma. Brennan Johnson. Bissouma. Looking here to chip it through. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Moved on forwards. Lovely bit of skill. Rodri. Ambitious ball here. Udogi getting this one clear. Oh, it's come loose. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Palhinha gets his final warning.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
Defending of the desperate variety. And it's Rodri. Good chance here! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Nice interception, well timed.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And it's played forward. Brilliant save from Donnarumma! Savinho. Rodri. And here's Foden. Oh, such a clever touch. Last big chance! Johnson. Pedro Porro. That's an imaginative pass. Kudus. Chance to deliver. And out it comes again. Rodri. Nice defending, physical and effective. Now it's Colomwani. Johnson. Gets it away. Savinho looking to penetrate opposition lines. Haaland. Decent chance! Superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Pedro Porro. Johnson. And it's Kudus. Succumbs to the pressure. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Basuma. Haaland. Haaland. He's gone for goal! Oh, another save. Romero. Van der Ven. Van der Ven forwards and with intent. Udogi. Danso. Nori. Vardiol. Foden chasing after it. And it's Rodri. Lewis. And here's Foden. And here's Foden. Rodri. Kudus. Udogi, aim forwards. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Nicely intercepted. Kolumbuani. Kolumbuani played out towards the right wing. Savinho. Bernardo Silva. And he goes cross-field. Foden. Bernardo Silva. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Johnson. And it's Kudus. Over to the left. And here's Kolumbuani. Johnson, oh, good spread. Pedro Porro, and that's aimed into the middle. Oh, that is asking for trouble. And that's a throw. Lewis. Foden. Bernardo Silva. And here's Haaland. Haaland!
Haaland really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Kudus. João Palhinha. Udogi. João Palhinha. Basuma. Brennan Johnson. Great work on the overlap. Basuma. Oh, the whistle's gone. What's he given? The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. Pedro Porro, up he goes! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Columwani actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Ruben Dias. Foden looks to the other side. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. João Palhinha. Bissouma. Kudus. And it's Udogi. João Palhinha. Udogi. Deftly away. And he cuts out the supply. Bissouma. Johnson. And here's Colomwani. Foden. Nouri. Savinho. That's a good run down the left. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. And here's Haaland. And he shoots! Oh, it's come loose. Oh, they could be caught out here. Plenty waiting in the middle. Savinho. Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Not much more than a formality.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, talk about being on top of your game, everything seems to be coming off her.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And here's Colomwani! Ruben Dias. Foden. Approaching the half-hour mark. Savinho. Bernardo Silva. Nouri. Lewis. Foden. Bernardo Silva. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. And the ball's done its job. And it's Rodri. Lewis. Lovely feet. Rodri played with finesse. And that's a goal kick. João Palhinha. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Bissouma. And he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Chance to shoot! And for sure, that was not one of his best. Stones. Bernardo Silva, gently done. Bernardo Silva, good take, and is he in? Great chance! It's anyone's ball now. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Lewis. Rodri. Bernardo Silva. And here's Haaland. Can he finish? Van der Ven herring after the ball here. Time to deliver. Foden plays it in. Doggy. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Savinho. Rodri. Bernardo Silva. Foden. Rodri. Palhinha did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Danso. Danso. Bissouma. Kudus. And it's Udogi. That's a good foot in there. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. And it's hoisted clear. Vardiol. Rodri. Foden. Lewis. Foden. Foden providing an outlet on that flank. Kudus wins the duel this time. Kolomouani. Udogi. Van de Ven. Kudus. João Palhinha. Udogi. Danso. That's really well manoeuvred. João Palhinha. And here's Kudus.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And it's Kudus. Foden does really well to win the ball there. And here's Colomwani. Out to the left it goes. Kudus! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, the defence are in a good position to get behind the ball and let them just try from range.
Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva shifted upfield. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Bissouma. João Palhinha. Van de Ven. Danso. Oh, can he get onto this? Bernardo Silva. Savinho. Oh, that's nice. Pedro Porro, that's a delicate pass. Ruben Dias. Foden. Nori. And it's Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Foden. Played in by Foden. Could be danger here. Played it. Oh, what a climb! And that is a truly outstanding save.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
They've played it short. Lewis. That's good play. That's going to go a long way. The ball goes in. Climbs up big! He will be livid with himself. Gone for a throw-in. And it's Lewis. Lewis. Now it's Foden. Looks across and plays it in. Bissouma. Pedro Porro. Bissouma. Udogi. Back into the middle. Doggy. Showing good feet. Johnson. João Palhinha. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Well, for me, Peter, I think it's all too pedestrian and slow. They need a large injection of purpose now.
Bernardo Silva. Great defending, strong and determined. Pedro Porro. Johnson. Romero. Pedro Porro. Bissouma. Moved on forwards. Now that's well seen too. Rodri. Reaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Foden. Guardiola. Foden. Well, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Udogie did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Danso. Van de Ven. Udogie. Needs a bit of penetration to go with all this possession. Bissouma. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Now, who's going to be first to this? Caresses it through. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. So who's he picking out? In again. Cleared away. And it's played forward. Guardiola. Savinho. Savinho going full tilt down the left. Rodri. And here's Haaland. João Palhinha. Bissouma. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. João Palhinha. Kudus. And here's Colomwani. Johnson. And it's Porro. Oh, that's neat. Kudus. Bissouma. Johnson. João Palhinha. Kudus spread out to the left. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. No way through, so back it comes. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Bernardo Silva defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Nice physical challenge. João Palhinha. And here's Kudus. Lewis. Rodri. Savinho. Savinho. Bernardo Silva. Savinho. That'll be a throw-in. Cross goes in there. He's cut it out. Pedro Porro. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. Savinho. Romero, gently done. Udogi. And it's Kudus. João Palhinha. Udogi. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And here's Colomwani. Vadio. Savinho. Looks to the other side. Foden at his creative best. He's set up 2 goals. Lewis. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Vadio. Lovely passing, lovely movement as well. Udogi. Danso, aim forwards. Played out to the right. Brennan Johnson. Does really well to win the ball there. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And it's Lewis. Foden. And he goes cross-field. Playing cross-field, changing the point of attack. That's the throw. Rory. Played back in. And Bernardo Silva! And he should have made it 4.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Udogi, probing pass. Rory. Savinho. Bernardo Silva. And here's Savinho. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Colomwani. Udogi. Proves too strong. Lewis. Muscular approach does pay off here. And it's Lewis. Now it's Foden. Kudus wins the duel this time. He's got away. Keeps on running. Oh, that's nice. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Johnson! Foden. Stones. Rodri. Moved on forwards. Kudus. Kudus pings it across. Foden. That's really well manoeuvred. Savino's cross. Udogie gets it away. And it's Rodri. Rory. And here's Savino. Now it's Savino. That's very neat. Hit into the middle. Tries to get it clear. Colomboani has got himself a free kick. That's a booking, always looked it.
Sometimes a loose foul could trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Palinha. Brennan Johnson. Palinha. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. He can get that clear. Kudus. Lovely bit of skill. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. Oh, the movement is slick. The speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Foden. Moved on forwards. Foden looks to get on the end of this. Johnson. That is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Bissouma. Romero. Van de Ven. Van de Ven gently done. And it's Bernardo Silva. Savino. He is just caressing the ball. Rodri. A chance to play it in. Pedro Porro. It's a good run down the right. Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro puts them all in. Ruben Diaz gets it clear. Johnson. Savino. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Van der Ven. Kudus. Foden. Nori. Rodri. Nori. Played towards the other side. Foden. Rodri. And here's Haaland. Haaland! And they've got Reed. And it's Bernardo Silva. Foden. Nice control. Looking for a decent ball in. He's in it, and Bernardo Silva! Johnson. It's gone out for a throw-in. Nori. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Very nicely done. Bernardo Silva. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. And he's going to have his name taken. Is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Rodri. Nori. Bissouma. Kudus. Romero. Pedro Porro. Bissouma, Pedro Porro, Van der Ven. Johnson is onto it in a flash. Savinho. Nori. Bernardo Silva. And here's Haaland. Haaland! Udogi. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. It's a pretty loose pass. Foden. Nori. Savinho. Nori. Rodri. And it's Bernardo Silva. Now it's Savinho. Plenty waiting in the middle. That's an excellent interception. Johnson. João Palhinha. Danso. João Palhinha. Pedro Porro. Romero. Bissouma. Kudus. That's a nicely weighted pass. Gets it away. Kudus. And it's Bissouma. It's a loose ball. João Palhinha. The message is clear. None shall pass. Ruben Dias. Lewis. Foden. Bernardo Silva. Pedro Porro. Brennan Johnson. João Palhinha. And it's played forward. The pass has gone astray. Savinho. Rodri. Lewis. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Danso. João Palhinha. Bissouma. Udogi. João Palhinha. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Stones. Bernardo Silva. Ignoring. Looks to the other side. Foden. Udogi. João Palhinha. Colin. Spread out to the left. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Rodri. Lewis. That pass has been well intercepted. Brennan Johnson. Pedro Porro looking to run onto it. Time to deliver. Johnson, he's had a shot! And the ball's come loose here. Foden. Ruben Dias. Foden. Lewis. Bernardo Silva. Lewis. And it's Lewis. Bernardo Silva. Ignoring. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Udogi. Kudus. Danso. Bissouma. Kudus. Romero. Savinho. Savinho. Oh, nice touch. Bernardo Silva. Colin. Johnson. Bissouma. João Palhinha. Udogi. Van de Ven. Udogi. Danso. Romero. Johnson. Bissouma. Pedro Porro. Bissouma. Colin. And it's Bissouma. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Stones with the clearance. Savinho. Foden. Bernardo Silva. Pedro Porro. Johnson. Colomboani. Savinho. Ignoring. Savinho. Bernardo Silva. Ignoring. And here's Savinho. And here's Savinho.
Oh, sweet feet.
Bernardo Silva. Lewis. Rodri. Now who's going to be first to this? Savinho has been caught there, it's a foul. And it's Bernardo Silva. And here's Haaland. Defending of the desperate variety. Johnson. Romero shifted upfield. Bissouma. Aim forwards. And that is out of play. Savinho. Stones. Guardiol, head over towards the opposite flank. Rodri. Ignoring. And here's Savinho. Fired deep towards the back post. Palhinha. Udogi. Romero. Bissouma. Pedro Porro. Van der Ven. Johnson. Kudus. Palhinha. That's put paid to a promising move. Ignoring. There he goes, cross-field. Foden. Rodri. Bernardo Silva. Ignoring. And here's Savinho. That's tidy. Rodri. Lewis. Rodri. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. The referee's awarded a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. And that's out of reach. Palhinha. Bissouma. Romero forwards and with intent. Udogi. Danso. Palhinha. Colomboani being hunted in packs.
Yeah, better communication. communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
It's Johnson. Pedro Porro tries across. Oh, such a clever touch. That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. João Palhinha. And it's Udogi. Oh, delicate chip through. It's a goal kick. Lewis.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Lewis. Bernardo Silva. Savinho. Lovely feet. And here's Savinho. Now then, the ball's come loose. João Palhinha. Danso. That's really well manoeuvred. Bissouma. Pedro Porro. Bissouma. Pedro Porro. Brennan Johnson. Bissouma. Pedro Porro. Oh, it's played into the area. Haaland is having the time of his life here. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Rodri does really well to win the ball there. Stones. Bernardo Silva. Ignory. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Bernardo Silva. Lewis. Bernardo Silva. And it's Lewis. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Bernardo Silva goes short. Savinho! Yes! Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian. Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Kudus. And here's Colomwani. Johnson. Ah, such a clever touch. Bissouma. Cross goes in. Bullish header! Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Well, they have a goal, but it is surely too much to hope for a comeback. Moved on forwards. Van der Ven. Danso. Udogi. And it's Udogi. Now it's Kudus. That is lovely. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Kudus's cross. Foden. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Fabinho. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Oh, what a ball! And the shot!
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
Palhinha. Pedro Porro. Romero. Van der Ven. Van der Ven shifted upfield. And it's Porro. Pedro Porro puts the ball in. Ruben Dias tries to clear. Oh, sweet feet. Great defending, strong and determined. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Udogi, well, they're labouring their way towards the opposition goal here, Peter, and this needs a much livelier solution.
Foden. Foden has a look up from the right-hand side, seeking out options. Kudus. Rodri. Lewis. Bernardo Silva. And it's Lewis. Rodri. Rory. So we've reached the hour mark. Rodri. Lewis. Rodri. Foden knocks it out wide.
I think those reactions say it all. He didn't wait for the support and the chances gonna beg him.
Palhinha. And here's Colomwani. Udogi. Nice looking ball. Udogi looking to get on the end of this. Nouri. Savinho. Udogi. Romero. Pedro Porro. João Palhinha. Aim forwards. Bissouma. And it's Porro. He is just caressing the ball. Johnson. Out towards the flank. Foden. Lewis. Johnson. And it's played forward. Pedro Porro. It's a promising run he's making on the right. That's very neat. Bissouma. Pedro Porro. Now here's the delivery. Bit of a misjudgment. Savinho, now he's off and running. Rodri, aim forwards. Out to the left it goes. And it's Bernardo Silva. Is there any support? He might not need it. Damso gets rid without sophistication. Rodri. Moved on forwards. And he's on a charge. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. That has been knocked clear. Romero. Palhinha, forwards and with intent. Bernardo Silva. And here's Haaland. Savinho. Short changes him with that pass. And here's Haaland. Kudus. Doggy. Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro tries making a foray down the right. Well read. The danger is averted. Kudus wins the duel this time. Now it's Colomboani! Oh, the keeper's equal to it.
Colomboani really was a little selfish there, but I don't think it was a bad attempt.
Rodri. And it's Rodri. Bernardo Silva plays it out wide. That was very necessary. Oh, smashing header! Danger averted for now. Pedro Porro. That's a nicely shaped ball. Colomboani. Now the ball in. Donnarumma claims it. Safe hands. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And it's Porro. Pedro Porro chips it through. Ruben Dias clears it away. Lewis getting this one clear. João Palhinha. Kudus. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Bissouma. And here's Johnson. Foden. Haaland. Tries a shot! Johnson. João Palhinha. Udogi. Danso. João Palhinha. Kudus. Brennan Johnson. Knocks it out wide. Very nicely done. Bissouma. Pedro Porro. Showing good feet. Bissouma. João Palhinha. Bissouma. And it's played in. Stones attempts a clearance. Pedro Porro hurtling down that right flank. Bissouma. João Palhinha. Oh, nice touch. There are a few waiting for it. João Palhinha. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. That has been knocked clear. Haaland, charging forward, the ball at his feet. Now it's Savinho. Just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Danso. Kudus. Pedro Porro. Johnson. The most accurate pass. Foden succumbs to the pressure. Strong running down that left flank. Kudus. And that's a fine challenge. Lewis gets good distance on it. Guardiola. Bernardo Silva. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Savinho goes pelting down that left-hand side. Can he deliver? Now it's Savinho, and he's got his cross in. That is a brilliant interception. Bissouma. That has found him in acres of space. This physical challenge. Ignoring. Played towards the other side. Foden. Foden. Oh, he's been flattened there. And it's Rodri. Bernardo Silva. Ignoring. Now it's Savinho. Oh, that's nice. Bernardo Silva. Tries to get it clear. Played out wide. And here's Savinho. And that's aimed into the middle. It's out of play for a goal kick. Johnson. Kudus. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Brennan Johnson, out to the right. That's tiny. And can he finish it? Cleared without complication. Pedro Porro. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Brennan Johnson. Hit into the middle. Savinho. Nori. Rodri. That's really well manoeuvred. Savinho. Bernardo Silva. Nori. And here's Savinho. Great defending, strong and determined. João Palhinha. And it's Porro. It's Johnson. Johnson. And a goal kick. Lewis. And here's Haaland. Danso. Foden is the guilty party there. Doggy. And here's Kudus. Kudus' cross. They've got a corner here. Stones is there, and he can get that clear. Suma. Udogi receives it in a wide position. Played into the middle. Defending off. And a chance! That has been knocked clear. Pedro Porro opts to play it back. Shot, surely! It's a loose ball. And it's Bissouma. Out towards the flank. Pedro Porro tries across. Foden. Bernardo Silva chooses to go cross-field. Savinho. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. And it's hoisted clear. Foden in with the challenge. He's pulled him up for that challenge. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Well, with him already been on a yellow, he should know much better than that.
Foden! Udogi. Danso. Romero. Bissouma, head over towards the opposite flank. Joao Palhinha. Van der Ven shifted upfield. Pedro Porro. Bissouma. Oh, that's neat. So who's he picking out? And it's Bissouma. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And he thumps it clear. Lewis. Rodri. Stones. Moved on forwards. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Savinho. Pedro Porro. Joao Palhinha. Kudus. Lovely bit of skill. And he's managed to get free. Aimed in towards the centre. Chance for a shot! He has done it! It could be a lifeline! Two more needed! Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
So is this the start of a comeback? Bernardo Silva. Johnson. Savinho. Good play on the left-hand side here. And here's Haaland. Palhinha does really well to win the ball there. On time, excellent interception. Bernardo Silva. That's a little off target. And it's played forward. Palhinha forwards and with intent. Kudus, oh, good spread. Vardiol. That's really well manoeuvred. It'll be a throw-in. Can he latch on to this? Proves too strong. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Done so. Udogi. Kudus. João Palhinha. Udogi. And it's Kudus. João Palhinha. Bernardo Silva. Savinho. This interception, his positioning was spot on. Needs a bit of penetration to go with all this possession. Kudus. Over to the left. And here comes the corner. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. It's run loose here. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Ball is over the line. Kudus. Brennan Johnson. Played out to the right. Kudus. Oh, clearance is short. Udogi closing in on goal. Oh, the referee's booking him here for a dive.
Listen, he can play the innocent as much as he wants, Peter, but it was fairly obvious to everyone here. He's got no hiding place.
Keeper's got good distance on that. Rodri played out towards the right wing. Foden looking up to see who wants it. And it's Lewis. And here's Haaland. And the shot! Well, they've seen lots of the ball. Time to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. Pedro Porro. That'll be a throw. Pedro Porro. Well, they've seen lots of the ball. Time to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. Bissouma. Johnson. João Palhinha. Udogi. Kudus. And here's Colomwani. And the shot! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
And how decisive might that prove, Peter? It really would have put the wind in their sails if they were just one down as opposed to two.
Vardiol looks to the other side. Lewis. Rodri. Palinia wins the duel this time. Kudus. Pedro Porro. Bissouma. Pedro Porro. João Palinia. Brennan Johnson. Pedro Porro. Clipped into space. Johnson. And that has been clubbed away and claimed it back swiftly. Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro carries the ball down the right. Johnson. And it's played into the middle. And it's hoisted clear. Lewis. Foden. Rodri. And here's Haaland. Haaland!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
João Palinia. Udogi. João Palinia. Pedro Porro. Brennan Johnson. Savinho. Nuri. Lewis. Foden. And it's Rodri. Bernardo Silva. Savinho. Johnson. Bissouma. Pedro Porro. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Kudus. Out to the right. Nice control. Searching pass he's played there. Brilliantly cut out. Savinho. Savinho takes a look up. That's good play. Savinho's cross. Bissouma did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Colomwani. Stones. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Kudus. Brennan Johnson. Showing good feet. And here's Kudus. Johnson! And somehow he managed to miss it. Lewis. Rodri. That has been cut short. Johnson. Pedro Porro. Bissouma. Now it's Kudus. Kudus spread out to the left. And it's João Palhinha. Well read, nice interception. Foden. Nouri. Savinho. João Palhinha. Kudus. Romero. Aim forwards. Pedro Porro. And here's Colomwani. Calmly anticipates. Stones. Bernardo Silva. Guardiola played over towards the opposite flank. Lewis. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Nouri. Savinho. Udogi. Udogi. Bissouma. Colomwani knocks it out wide. Lofted in. Foden. Well, that's well done, really robust. Romero, gently done. Johnson. Pedro Porro. Johnson. Ruben Diaz cuts it out. Guardiola. Savinho, who's on a run down the left wing. Savinho. And here's Haaland. Back into the middle. Colomwani. Bissouma. Romero. Johnson. Pedro Porro. And here's Johnson. Great defending, strong and determined. Bernardo Silva, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Guardiola chooses to go cross-field. Lewis. Rodri. Bernardo Silva. 5 minutes left on the clock. Foden. Oh, that's nice. Rodri. Bernardo Silva. Goes for the shot! That's tidy. Lewis, delicate ball, and it needs to be. Pedro Porro getting this one clear. Savinho's up he goes! Oh, not the best of headers. Johnson, João Palhinha, Romero, Bissouma, Johnson, Kudus, and here's Colomwani. Colomwani played out to the left flank. That's very neat. Could have here their final chance. Pedro Porro with the short one. Succumbs to the pressure. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And it's Lewis. It's a good-looking delivery. Only partially clear. Bernardo Silva tries to dink it through. Udogie is there and he can get that clear. Now it's Foden and it's played in here. Oh, what a climb! Harmlessly behind. João Palhinha. Udogie. Danso. And he goes cross-field. Pedro Porro. Bissouma. Pedro Porro. And here's Johnson. Time is desperately short now, but it is a corner. And it's been taken short. Pedro Porro puts them all in. Ruben Dias with the clearance. Good challenge, excellent challenge. Foden did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Savinho, aim forwards. Savinho. Bernardo Silva. Nouri. And here's Savinho. Climbs up big! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
You really could have done with engaging those crosses much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
João Palhinha. Danso shifted upfield. Bissouma. Kudus. Pedro Porro. And here's Johnson. Well, the ball's come loose here. And it's Porro. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Savinho did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Well, I think that move petered out due to a lack of urgency. There was no cutting edge.
And it comes. Johnson. Romero. Bissouma. Johnson. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Romero. Johnson. Moved on forwards. Kudus. Spread out to the left. Nice control. And he has been fouled there. And no surprise, that's a booking. It's come loose. It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. Ruben Dias. Stones. Bernardo Silva. Savinho. Nouri. Bernardo Silva. Bissouma. João Palhinha. Kudus. Danso. Udogi. Kudus. Bissouma. Brennan Johnson. And it's played forward. Ruben Dias. Rodri forwards and with intent. Foden. And it's Lewis. He is just caressing the ball. Savinho. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Rodri. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Lewis, and that's aimed into the middle. Colomboani. Rodri. And here's Haaland. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Romero. Bissouma. João Palhinha. Kudus. Bissouma. João Palhinha. Udogi. João Palhinha. Lobbed in behind. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Pedro Porro with the short one. A real chance! And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss. Rodri. Fadio. Bernardo Silva. Played towards the other side. Foden. Foden making good progress on the right-hand side. Rodri. Lewis. Bernardo Silva. And Bernardo Silva! He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Palhinha. Kudus. Udogi. Udogi going full steam ahead down the left flank. Rodri. Stones. Clearly not happy with that. Very nicely done. And here's Johnson. And it's Porro. Tries a measured ball. Tries to get it clear. Out for a throw. Johnson. Goes for a shot! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss. They've played it short. Colomwani. Now this could be a chance. He's having a shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Stones gets it away. Ignoring. Vardiol. That's really well manoeuvred. Looks to the other side. Foden chasing after it. Kudus does really well to win the ball there. Palhinha played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Played into space out wide. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Rodri. Bissouma. Kudus. Kudus. Rodri wins the duel this time. Savinho. Muscular approach does pay off here. Bissouma. And it's Udogi. That is lovely. Palhinha. Johnson. Palhinha. And that's it. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result is one that will make them suffer. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
One-sided and only one winner, Peter. The players didn't show